Alright, guys. Now, we are going to go to the next part of the build. Let me do a quick summary of what we've done so far, in case you have missed any of it. We have gone over why you should want to play Tryndamere, the benefits of Tryndamere. We have gone over Tryndamere's abilities and tips and tricks with each ability and how you want to most effectively use the ability. We have gone over the item build, the runes, and the summoner spells for patch 8.7. Now, we're going to go to the basics of laning with Tryndamere. The most important thing to worry about, the thing that everyone needs to learn how to do first in laning is CSing with Tryndamere. So I am going to show you a drill that will increase your creep score. That will help you build up CS. And I'm going to use my lovely assistant, Stevo. He was my really good friend, and he is a noob Tryndamere. He has never played the champion before. We are going to be teaching him from the get-go how to CS with Tryndamere, and we're going to start with the laning phase. Alright, Stevo, you there? Okay, looks like he is stepping outside for a moment. So I will show you guys the CS drill by myself first. And then I will be showing it to Stevo and how to do it. So let's load up let's load up a training session since it's just me solo. Alright. So this is, if you are new to Tryndamere and you want to test out the champion, or you're an experienced Tryndamere, but your CS, it just sucks. This is a drill that you can use to improve on your skills using Tryndamere. Again, this guide will cover everything. We are currently in the beginner's guide to Tryndamere. This next step is the CS drill. I'm going to show you guys how to do it and what you're looking to do. So, I will do a shortened version of this drill, but I will do the full drill once I get Stevo back in here. Okay, I'm messaging Stevo to let me know when he is back. So, just take a Doran's Blade for this drill. And let's fast forward 30 seconds. Alright. So the minions spawn right now at 105. Or let them come to lane. What you need to do for this drill. CS perfectly. Yes, I mean CS absolutely perfectly. Do not miss a single creep. Ever. That is the most important part of this drill. So, the basic parts of CS, just like right-clicking the creep, and then as the creep gets so low, you want to last hit it. You want to kill the minion as soon as, it's about to die. You just right-click that minion. Also, you can use your spin as well. So, last hit the minions. So, it's just casual, just me lasting the wave. As you get better at Tryndamere, you want to make sure you get 100% of the CS that you can get. Sometimes you will mess up, like even me as a challenger player. I'll mess up. Either I crit a minion that's not supposed to be critted, and I mess up, but there you go. Now, you're going to let this wave bounce back to us. Get the minions as they come. We're going to CS perfectly. Now, when you guys do this drill, if you're new to Tryndamere and want to learn how to CS, you will do this drill for 10 minutes. And you want to get perfect CS for 10 minutes. I was explaining, so I missed that. Rip. But anyways, you want to get perfect CS for 10 minutes. So that is the essential part of that drill. But if you have a friend, you can do more with the CS drill. Have you guys ever had trouble CSing under turret? Because you're constantly being pushed in by that Teemo. Or, anybody else. Maybe the Garen is pushing you in. Whatever the case may be. If you have a friend, if you don't have a friend, join my Discord server. Go, if you're watching this on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Then, go to my Twitch channel. Type in !Discord on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/foggedfdw2. You need to create a Twitch account in order to type. Join my Discord, and I'm sure you ask in the general chat, hey, can someone help me with the CS drill? And people will be there to help. If nobody's helping you, I will contact one of my mods to come and help you. Or maybe I'll come even myself. I'm very active in my Discord. So, alright, Steve-O is on a phone call. Who is on the NA server that would like to help me with this drill while we are waiting for Steve-O? I need your guys' assistance. Steve-O is on a phone call. Who is on the NA server? Alright. Alright, so I'm calling up my friend Tryndamere. He is a master tier Tryndamere player. To go ahead and help me out the drill. Oh, looks like he's fallen to Diamond 3. Unlucky. Maybe this guide will help him out too. Oh, never mind. Alright, never mind. Steve-O's here. Alright, Steve-O is back. Alright, what's up, buddy?
Hey, sorry.
Hey, yeah, you came back right on time. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, Tryndamere is saying that you should never miss a minion.
Okay, I will.
Alright, so we are doing a CS drill. So, pick Tryndamere. I am going to show you the drill, and then I'm going to push minions into your turret, and you're going to CS under turret.
Okay.
So, in the first CS drill that you missed while you're on your phone call, it's basically just you going into a custom or training mode, and you getting perfect CS for 10 minutes.
Okay.
So, we're going to do that one first, actually. Okay. And we're going to watch Steve-O not miss a single CS for 10 minutes. And if you miss a CS, you get out and you restart the drill. If you're in training mode, you just click that restart button. But for now, we're just going to watch Steve-O CS, and let's see how he does. Steve-O is a beginning Tryndamere. He does not know how to play Tryndamere. We're going to show him how to CS perfectly. So, Steve-O, let's make this a competition.
Okay.
So we will see who gets more CS, you or me.
Okay.
And, whoever gets the most CS wins. We are going to go for, let's say, 7 minutes.
Okay.
So as soon as they hit 7 minutes, we're going to stop the drill. We're going to see who has more CS. This is the first part of the CS drill. It's just perfect CS for, I say 10 minutes. I say 10 minutes, and, but we're going to do a shortened version, since we don't want to take too much of everyone's time just watching us CS.
Yeah.
But then we're going to, take the CS drill to the next level, and we are going to CS perfectly under turret as well. Where, you have a friend, in this case it's me, pushing waves under your turret, and you have to stay under turret and CS. So you started Doran's Blade, correct?
Yes, I did.
You got the right runes and everything? Perfect. So you can use your spin for CS, but try not to. So I suggest like building some Fury, getting some CS, setting up the waves correctly. Yep, we are just CSing minions. This is this is very basic, but this is a CS drill in a nutshell. So both of us are just gonna CS perfectly for 7 minutes. And if you do this with a friend, it gets a little bit easier since the wave stays right in the middle of the lane. But yeah. Alright, sometimes you crit, and I almost missed that CS because I was trying to prepare it and I crit. Oh no, you missed one? Uh-oh. Yep, so we're just focusing on getting CS with this drill. Almost missed one. I got creep blocked and it sent me a completely different direction. But I was able to spin for it. Got the cannon. I'm gonna say worth. Make sure if you want perfect CS, you try to keep the lane in the middle. That's gonna be your best option. So make sure you're like pushing back a little bit. Because otherwise, this big wave's gonna go into turret. And then, you know, we'd be skipping the first part of the CS drill. Because we don't want this to go into turret at all. So start pushing back a little bit. If you let the creep wave get under turret, it's going to be a lot harder to CS because you have to also factor in the turret shots as well. Alright, Steve-O, I'm going to have you mute your mic for a moment because I can hear your breathing because your mic's picking it up. I'll let you know when to unmute. But yeah, we're just CSing for now. Yeah, it got all like Darth Vader up in here and shit. I hit Steve-O and I did miss a minion. Alright, cool. I accidentally clicked him instead. Feels bad. You know, I had to hit him because he was doing the Darth Vader breath. Alright, we're still perfect CS so far. But yes, you want to do this for 10 minutes. And it's especially important that you get every cannon minion too. Especially with the cannon minion changes for this patch. They're worth way more gold. Almost missed one. Sometimes when I get that crit, it like messes me up, but... Steve-O's doing pretty well. He only missed that one minion. But that one minion might make the difference in this. Wow, I crit twice in a row. Almost made me miss a minion. That is getting intense. Yeah, essentially you just don't want to miss a single minion the whole time. Yep, got a minute and a half left. Let's get into it. Steve-O is, I think, silver right now. He's almost gold, though. He's got gold MMR. So he's, you know, around silver gold, you would say. But he is new to Tryndamere. He has never played the champion before. Alright, 1 minute left. Still perfect CS for me so far. Just pretty easy, just like perfect CS for, you know, in the full version we do this for 10 minutes, but we're doing it for 7, just because we're doing it on stream. And, you know, we're focusing on, you know, trying to just show, like, just a little part of the drill. But in reality, you do this for 10 minutes. This is just a shortened version. If you're new to Tryndamere, I suggest doing this drill, you know, every time before loading up for a solo queue. Alright, Steve-O, we are done. So kill me! I'm gonna attack you first. Alright, I won't use my ultimate since I, started attacking you first. Oh, yep, you have to press R there. Feels bad. Alright. Well played. So, I didn't miss a CS. Steve-O missed 1 CS, so I just barely edged out in 1. So, that is the very basic CS drill. Alright, go ahead and leave the game, Steve-O. Alright. So, let's go into the next one. Alright, so for this next drill, this is the one where you're going to be shoved under turret. So,
Okay.
I'm gonna go first, and you shove me under turret. And then I'm gonna have you... I'm be pushing you under turret.
Alright.
So I'm going to be very specific about this drill. And again, for this drill, you need a friend, like, pushing you in. Otherwise, it does not work. So, let me go ahead and select Tryndamere. Make sure you selected Tryndamere as well. And go and do this. So, if you guys ever have trouble CSing under turret, this is like a short drill that anyone can do to CS under turret effectively. If you do not have a friend, again, you can join my Discord server. So go to my Twitch channel. Anyone here watching on YouTube? Hi, YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, go to my Twitch channel. twitch.tv/foggedftw2. Type in !Discord and ask for help, you know, from someone in my Discord server to do the CS drill with you. Make sure that you're specific about the region that you're playing on. That way someone from that region can help you with the drill. Anyways, so again, start Doran's Blade, Steve-O. And at first, you are going to be pushing me in. So go to lane and just start shoving me in as much as possible. So we're just going to wait for the minions to spawn. Again, this is a custom. This is not a training. I cannot do training with a friend. Training is only for solo. So in this drill, I'm going to have Steve-O shove me in first. And then I'm going to be shoving Steve-O in under turret. And we're going to be focusing on CSing under turret. Try to CS as perfectly as possible. If you have like Tryndamere in the first couple levels, here's how it will go under turret. For 100% full health melee minions, it will take 2 shots from the turret and then an auto attack. And before you hit level 3, while you're levels 1 and 2, before you get 2 points into your queue, ranged minions will take 2 auto attacks plus 1 shot from the turret. Or, you know, maybe a crit. So go ahead and shove me under turret. I'm not going to hit these minions till they're under turret, so if I miss one right now, that's alright. So, just CSing under turret. Easy peasy. You know, that ranged minion was helped by other minions under turret. Alright, usually you'd want to stack up the waves. Do you know how to do that, Steve-O? Like, stack up to shove 2 waves under turret at a time?
I don't.
Alright, so... But you see what I mean? Like, you see how I'm just, like, sticking under turret and farming? So, this is what I'm gonna do. Alright, go under turret, I'm gonna shove into you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stack pretty big waves, so that it's pretty big waves of minions. So I'm gonna slow push this. I will go over slow pushing, freezing, and everything in my intermediate guide to Tryndamere. So again, I'm just slow pushing this wave. You know, it's not really important that I hit the CS since it's Steve-O that we're helping out here. I'll get the CS if I can. And so when we're slow pushing, the last wave is the one we shove in as hard as possible. There you go. Now CS in the turret. Let's see how he does. But essentially, the friend that's pushing under turret, you want him to stack waves against you. Oh, that needed an auto spin. That one you need to auto twice. So you're level 3, so from 100% health range minion, you could just auto it once. That one could have done an auto spin. Rip, your auto attack cancelled. Auto spin. Aw, you canceled your auto with the spin, feels bad. But yeah, go ahead and push this out to me. Alright, now you do the slow push back to me. So you saw how I do it, so slow push this wave, so just last hit these minions. But then on the next wave, you're going to shove as fast as possible. And I'm going to be the one sitting under turret this time. And guys, it goes back and forth. You both practice, you know, CSing huge waves under turret. Steve-O got about 80% of those minions. Let's see if I can get 100%. Alright, go ahead and push this in as fast as possible. You see how in between minions I'm auto-attacking? I'm also setting up future minions I'll be getting. Using my spin there as well. Oh my god, the creep block. That was really unfortunate. So, I missed 2 minions. One was because creep block, one is just because it was an ungettable minion. But for the most part, I did pretty well there. That was just unfortunate. Yeah, Riot Games coding with creep blocks, pretty unfortunate. So, we'll do this one more time. We'll see how Steve-O does under turret. But you guys, it kind of goes back and forth. And because CSing is hard early levels, you want to do this drill for about 7 or 8 minutes. You guys, you know, pushing back and forth against each other, setting up slow pushes, yada yada. Alright, so, you know, on the first 2 waves on a slow push, we're just kind of CSing at the last second. Then on this next wave, they'll be coming up, the one that's kind of close to turret. We're going to be shoving this as fast as possible. Alright, Steve-O, it's coming in hot. You ready?
I'm ready. One ready for that one.
Well, yeah, that's all fine. Alright, here you go. You gotta make sure that the minions crash on the turret. You see what you're doing now? This is bad. Steve-O did not let the minions auto-attack the turret first. So you notice how when I let the minion wave crash in, I let the minion wave crash all the way and start attacking my turret first, and then I started going up for CS. What Steve-O did, he walked up in front of the minion wave, so the minions started attacking him first, and then he backed up and started letting it hit turret. So it's very important when you're doing this drill that you let it actually go all the way into your turret before you start CSing. Because if you do that in a game, and Steve-O took half his HP with that. If you're CSing on a turret in a game and you just lose half your HP for no reason, it's going to hurt your laning phase significantly. So very important that you let it crush all the way in. Alright, Steve-O, let's go ahead and exit this. So that was the CS under turret drill. Alright. The next thing we're going to go over is how to effectively leash your jungler. So I'm going to load up a custom game. If you guys are just tuning in, if you guys have skipped the previous parts, you're watching on YouTube, you've gone to the timestamps, let me go over what you've missed so far. We started out with why you should want to play Tryndamere. The benefits of Tryndamere. We went over each of Tryndamere's abilities, tips and tricks with each of his abilities. We went over the item build, the summoner spells, and the runes for patch 8.7. We've done 2 CS drills, both just CSing regularly, and then CSing under turret, and how to do those drills effectively. That way you can get better at getting higher CS numbers. CS standing for creep score, meaning the number of minions you kill throughout the course of a laning phase or throughout the game. Now we're going to be talking about how to effectively leash your jungler. So let's load up a custom. Let's go ahead and invite my good friend Stevo, who's going to be helping us out with this drill. If you guys do not know Stevo, he is a silver/gold player. And he is new to Tryndamere. So we are teaching him for today all the basics and everything that go with Tryndamere. Oh, wait. Yeah, we should quit this. We need to be on the same team. Alright, whoops. Alright, my bad. Alright, we need to stay on the same team. Alright, so go ahead and join my team when you join in. Yeah, I messed it up. Okay. So, Steve-O, pick a jungler. That's not Tryndamere.
You got it.
So, let's hit up the Sejuani. Yep, take Smite. Switch up your runes, all that good stuff. I'm going to show you guys how to effectively leash your jungler. Ugh. So, for this drill, right now, we're going to be on blue side. And we're going to pretend that we're leashing our jungler, and our jungler is starting blue on blue side. So it's the same thing if we were on red side and we were leashing from red side. Yes, this is the beginner's guide to Tryndamere. We will be going to the intermediate guide to Tryndamere later on the stream. For right now, we're going to teach all the basics. So, you know, we're going to say we started Doran's Blade. Alright. Alright, guys. It is very important when you're leashing your jungler that you save your spin to the last second. Also, notice where I'm standing at the very beginning of the game. This is the best spot to scout not only this path, but this path, so that the enemy jungler or enemy team doesn't invade you. You can see here, you can see here, you can see there. So every route that the enemy team would take to your blue buff, if you stand in this spot right here, you scout all those different areas. You need to start every single game standing in this spot to scout to make sure that the enemy team is not stealing your buff. And this is what you... If you're not leashing blue side, you would go this bush, make sure they're not cheesing your blue buff, and then you would take the plant over. But if you're leashing your jungler, here's what we can do with the plant. You notice how we have 0 Fury? So if I tap that, Fury is 0%. 5 seconds before the buff spawns, which spawns at 130, we get 5% Fury right at the start. Alright, so you notice how we're walking back in between each auto. Then at the last second, we auto and spin away and go to lane. You're going to give your jungler about 5 or 6 auto attacks. It's okay if you take about 1 auto attack for your jungler. It's kind of bad if you take 2. Then you go back to lane and leash. And just do whatever. But if we take this plant at level 1, it gives us an extra 5% Fury. And it gives us the opportunity to come to lane with a little bit more Fury than what we started out for. So yeah, got the plant, extra Fury, gives us more of an opportunity to crit the buff for our jungler. We give him about 5 or 6 autos, and then at the last second you auto attack and then you spin away. You make sure that your spin damage hits the buff while you're spinning away. That's perfect. So that's how to effectively leash a jungler. Go ahead and disconnect Steve-O. So now, let's go over the jungle clear. So if you are playing jungle Tryndamere, this is I'm going to show you guys the full clear. Go ahead and have Steve-O join. So, if you guys are just joining in, we are going to be going over the jungle clear for Tryndamere. This is if we were going to do a full clear. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to effectively clear your jungler, your jungle, and clear it as fast as possible. And I'm going to give you several tips on how to do that. So, here we go. We're going to have Steve-O here to leash me for the game. And then, we're going to pretend that he just goes top lane after. So, for jungle Tryndamere, here is the runes that we're taking for patch 8.7. So, I'm taking Sorcery, Transcendence, Gathering Storm.
This'll be a slaughter.
Alright, guys. So, let me start off by saying first that doing your jungle effectively requires a couple of mechanics that you need to learn. One, you need to kite the buffs effectively, and I'll show you how to do that. And also, I'll be showing when you need to Q, when you use your Bloodlust when you're in the jungle, which camp you need to smite. And if you notice, I'm not taking any potions in the jungle. Because the jungle Tryndamere build at the moment is we're going to rush Tiamat. So if we're going to do our jungle clear effectively, and try to get to our items as fast as possible, we're going to be starting Rejuvenation Bead. Because of Tryndamere's high stats and sustain, and the fact he has a lot of damage in the jungle, we can get away with this start. So, you guys remember that tip that I told you about the plant for when you're leashing? You can do this as the jungler as well. So, whichever buff you're starting, in this exercise, I'll be showing you guys the jungle clear if we are starting from blue buff, but you can mirror it identically if you're starting from red buff, or if you're on red side. Alright, Steve-O. Come leash me on the buff, and then just do whatever, go to lane or something. So, again, I watched right here, level 1. And 5 seconds before the buff spawns, we're going to be taking this plant. Gives us 5% extra fury, gives us more of a chance to clear the buff. Since we're the jungler, we want to auto-attack spin as much as possible. Then we want to kite the buff back into the bush right here. Alright, that's good, Steve-O. A tip a trick that you can do is as you're about to finish off the buff, auto attack spin, and you hit both the buff and the gromp with that spin. For this, we're going to smite at the last second. That way we can clear our gromp. You want to let yourself get as low as possible in the jungle. We're going to spin over the wolves. We're going to take out the little ones first. And we're going to be kiting the camp back. We can get it all the way back to about right here. Miscalculated by just a little bit, but it's all good. Alright, for the raptor camp, you want to attack the small little raptor, bring it back into the bush. Spin through the whole raptor camp. Again, bring it back into the bush. On this one, if we do get low, we can use our Q as we're killing the last 2 raptors. And just finish out the camp. If you don't have to, you don't want to use your smite on the red buff. Because red buff, you deal extra damage to it since it has negative armor. We want to save our smite for the Krugs. Here we go. We use our smite, the auto attack before we die. And we use our spin into the 2 medium Krugs and the 2 mini Krugs that spawn, and we build up our Fury. Again. And there we go. We're about half HP. We did a full clear in the jungle. And we would go back and we buy 2 longswords and a refillable pot, or you could just buy a control board. So that is the full clear with Tryndamere. Let's go ahead and exit. Alright guys. So here is I'll do a quick summary of what I've done so far in the beginner's guide. The last thing I'm going to talk about is something subjective and something that you just have to commit to with your mindset. Again, the word is mindset. So, those of you on YouTube who are skipping ahead to the mindset, or you've watched the full video up until now, welcome. I'm going to do a quick summary of what we've gone over so far. We've gone over why you should play Tryndamere, the benefits of Tryndamere. We've gone over Tryndamere's abilities and tips and tricks with each one of his abilities. We've gone over the item build, the runes, and the summoner spells for patch 8.7 for top lane Tryndamere. We've gone over the CS drill, learning how to CS effectively. Not only in Tryndamere, but you can do that with every top lane champion. Both CSing regularly and how to CS better under turret. We've gone over how to effectively leash your jungler on Tryndamere. How to maintain, get as much damage on the jungle camp before you have to go back to lane, and maintaining Fury as you go back to lane. And we've gone over how to effectively full clear your jungle as Tryndamere. Now, what we're going to talk about is Tryndamere's mindset. As a League of Legends player, as a Tryndamere player, it is really important that your mindset on Tryndamere is to push yourself as far as you can physically go. If you are new to Tryndamere, I don't care if, because you push yourself so hard to try and learn Tryndamere's limits, the damage on the champion, how far you can actually go, how far you can push yourself to effectively, carry a game or effectively snowball a lead. I want you pushing yourself. I don't care if you feed, because you're pushing yourself as far as you can go, learning your limits with certain item spikes, learning your limits as far as certain parts of the game. That's how you learn. If you are in low elo, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, you don't know your limits. I promise you. I don't care if you have 10 million mastery points on Tryndamere, but if you're in bronze, there's something wrong. Yes, you have a lot of gameplay on the champion, but something must be wrong for you to be in bronze, even if you have all those mastery points. You have so many games. The thing you need to change most, the thing that's going to help you most as you learn Tryndamere and learn top lane or the jungle, is your mindset about the game. Make sure you're pushing yourself as far as humanly possible on the champion. That way you can learn your limits. Now, once you learn the limits on Tryndamere, how far you can go, then you can kind of dial back and have more control of your character of the game. Pretty much everything that goes into learning Tryndamere. Making sure that you're being very controlled in every one of your movements, and that everything you do is perfectly calculated. Yes, Tryndamere is an RNG champion, and the fact that his damage sometimes relies on you getting that one crit that feels so good. But, because you need to be consistent on Tryndamere in order to climb, I do want you guys to focus on how to maintain consistency after you've learned the limits of Tryndamere. So first, your mindset should be learning the limits of the champion. Learning how far you can go. learning when you can dive your opponent, when you can fight your opponent, learn all the matchups. That's the fun of League of Legends, is just learning all the stuff you can do. And I want every one of you guys to look. Don't just sit back and lane and hope your team will win. The biggest effect, the biggest part of League of Legends, or at least for me, the thing that helped me climb is I learned how I can have the biggest impact that I can have in the game by learning my limits and being consistent. The biggest thing you want to learn is how to have the biggest impact on each solo queue game. Impact is key. So, when I'm talking about impact, I don't mean, hey, let me get to my item spikes and I'll be strong and everything. What I mean is actually having influence on the state of the game to be as impactful as possible. And to be able to carry. But yeah, so that is the essence of having an impact on Tryndamere. Alright, the next step, I will be going into the intermediate guide on Tryndamere. Give me 1 second. Let me step out.
You never stood a chance.